We're going to go to Russell Westbrook, who returned to the Thunder lineup, put up 29, but lost to the Sacramento Kings and got into it with Willie Cauley-Stein over a hard foul. Jalen, was Russ a little out of line there?
Not at all. It's a hold-me-back moment. Hard foul on Willie Cauley-Stein, and obviously Steven Adams is going to come to the defense of his MVP point guard.
I love it. Hold me back, man. What are we doing? All right, out in Charlotte for our next segment of Run the Floor. Kemba Walker's first game back after dropping 60, and he stayed hot, torching the Celtics for 43 in a 117-113 win over the Celtics. Jalen, we talked a lot about the Celtics' struggles, but was this more about Charlotte playing great?
This is all about Charlotte playing great, in particular Kemba Walker. And if you want to win any debate with basketball fans or people that claim to follow the league, ask them to name you 3 players on the Hornets team.
Oh.
That just lets you know how well that Kemba Walker's playing this year. And anytime you get a quality win versus the Boston Celtics in their depth, it's something to be said for a guy that's playing so well.
Kemba Walker, Kemba Walker, Kemba Walker.
I like
That's how you do it. Okay, we've got drama in D.C. Our very own Woj reporting not only that the Wizards are willing to trade anyone on the roster, but that John Wall cussed out head coach Scott Brooks in practice yesterday. Now, Jalen, Woj did say that Wall apologized afterwards, but what are we seeing here?
We're seeing a level of dysfunction from the Washington Wizards that has really carried itself through disappointment the last few seasons. They've not been able to meet expectations. They have 3 max players in Wall, Beal, and Otto Porter. You bring in Dwight Howard. Jan Mahimi's on a bad contract that pays him $30 million over the next couple of years. They brought in Austin Rivers, paid him $12 million this year, and Morris is in the final year of his deal. So you have a lot of competing interests in that locker room. But John Wall is going to be a commodity in particular if they're finding a trade partner. Okay,
there was even reports of Bradley Beal and Austin Rivers getting into a verbal altercation, Beal calling out the team president. How do you move past this drama? And like you said, I mean, if they're going to start trading all these guys away, is that the right thing to do?
Unfortunately for their general manager, Ernie Grunfeld, this may cost him his job based on the players and the salaries I just said. This isn't on Scott Brooks. Let me repeat this. This is not on Scott Brooks. This is on the players in uniform that are not living up to expectation and they are not playing quality team basketball. And again, when you talk about trade partners, of course, Beal and Wall are going to be the most attractive. I'm going to throw a team out there right now because that's what I do. Watch the Miami Heat in this scenario.
Okay.
If they're able to secure one of these players via trade because they have a lot of unfavorable contracts on their roster, watch how these players look like total new people. John Wall will not be coaching out Eric Spoelstra. This will never take place. So that's the dynamics that I'm looking forward to seeing what happens if and when trades take place with one of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's no doubt that Wall and Beal are still 2 really talented options somewhere else. But do you feel like they have to be traded away? Like, is there any way that it's going to work out with the Wizards?
It's the only way you get change.
Yeah.
Because John Wall has a 15% trade kicker, by the way, that the other team that acquires him has to take into the account. They are all-star level backcourt. We talked about the discord that they've had over the last handful of years. So they're going to be the best people to get you something in return.
All right.